Good evening and welcome to the 8 p.m. TV newscast on Canal English. I am Elie Smith. In the headlines, the Banki, located in the greater northern region of Cameroon, is a town now under full military control. The Circle of the Friends of Cameroon, abbreviated CIRAC, turns 20, and it was a period for reflections, ecumenical services, generosity, and sport. We are in Christmas, as you all know. Christmas is around, and it is a period of joy to our children and stress to parents. Those were the headlines. Good evening once again and welcome to Canal English 8 p.m. news. As you heard at the headline, the Circle of the Friends of Cameroon, abbreviated CIRAC, has turned 20, and it was a period for celebrations, reflections, generosity, and also sports. Details on the happenings of this great day for the Circle of the Friends of Cameroon with our reporter in Yaoundé, Beatrice Gamo.
It is often said we should give thanks to God Almighty. The interreligious service organized at the headquarters of CIRAC this December 14 is to thank God for these 20 years at the service of the population, at the reach of the vulnerable, poor, and needy population. And so the over 3 imams, college of pastors, Archbishop of Yaoundé Archdiocese extend thanks and gratitude to God Almighty while asking for His mercy and compassion at the same time.
Almighty Allah, you are the master of the universe. You said, if you are grateful, I am going to increase on you my grace. Put your grace and blessings on CIRAC and on its founding mother, Mrs. Chantal Biya. Give us peace, stability, progress, success to Cameroon against Boko Haram.
From this word in the Holy Bible, the pastor prays for CIRAC.
With discord, help them to bring union. Where there is doubt, help them to hold on to faith. Where there is despair, help them to plant hope. Where there is darkness, let us show your light. Where there is sadness, help them to spread joy.
Since its creation in 2009, the Circle of Friends of Cameroon has been involved in the health sector, especially in the fight against HIV/AIDS, rehabilitation and equipping of hospitals and schools, providing farm inputs and other material to rural women and the youth to help alleviate poverty in the rural milieu.
Purify our thoughts and our actions, that they may be genuine, sincere, for the glory of your name and not the glorification of ourselves and man.
The actions of this initiative by Cameroon's First Lady, Madame Chantal Biya, has crisscrossed the national territory, actions important for the development of the country. The ecumenical service was animated by the gospel singers of EPC Mesatu Church. The CIRAC ladies, who came in their numbers alongside friends and guests, were dressed in their 20th anniversary fabric. Activities in line with the 20th anniversary of the Circle of Friends of Cameroon to be.
We remain in Yaoundé and still with our correspondent Beatrice Gamo, who tells us that in prelude to the 20th anniversary of the Circle of Friends of Cameroon, otherwise known as CIRAC, a sport walk was organized this Saturday in the nation's political party. Capital, I beg your pardon. Once again, our correspondent Beatrice Gamo.
Health, friendship, solidarity and sharing, the theme of the sports walk by the ladies of the Circle of Friends of Cameroon CIRAC, the Chantal Biya Foundation and African Synergy this morning of Saturday, December 12, in prelude to the 20th anniversary of CIRAC. Take-off point, the Bastos roundabout in Yaoundé. With these simple exercises, stretches and warm-ups, their bodies are set for the work proper. With their banners, the CIRAC ladies began the about 10 kilometers walk to the Yaoundé Pakovita, accompanied here by the INGS brass band with soothing melodies. Here also, they began some stretches, then animated dancing to the different tunes that ended with another stretch to return the body back to normal. Physical exercise, it should be noted, is very beneficial.
The benefit of exercises worldwide, we have to be healthy, to keep fit. There's equally entertainment. That means they had some fun as they really enjoy it.
The sports work to prepare the Serac ladies physically also kickstart activities to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the association. Followed on Monday, December 15, with an interreligious celebration and open door days at the headquarters of the structure. Occasion for the public to discover the 20th anniversary logo, visit the structure, and stands amongst many. This is coming before the celebration of the 23rd General Assembly and 20th anniversary proper of the First Lady's Chantal Bia's humanitarian non-governmental organization at the service of the destitute, orphans and needy population here in Cameroon.
In the story that follows, our reporter Beatrice Ngamo comes back on the different components of the Circle of the Friends of Cameroon under the theme 20 years at the service of the needy.
By this gest, the curtains into the Serac exhibition village was opened with a banner announcing the 20th anniversary. All information about this humanitarian association, founded by Cameroon's First Lady Chantal Bia in 1995, are on display. The General Coordinator Linda Yang and a company of guests made the first stop at the stand, which kinds of summarized all the headquarters proper of Serac alongside pictures of the different activities. Serac is very engaged in the promotion of health and the fight against HIV/AIDS. Education of the youths and underprivileged children, another priority. The Serac support to rural women with farm tools and input is purely to alleviate poverty in the rural milieu. Security was also on exhibition. Here, all about the defense forces have been explained.
We train the women to know what's the bullet, to know who is a danger, to know how to detect what is bullet or not.
A souvenir shop with Serac's 20th anniversary fabric in pink and orange color on display alongside t-shirts and caps. Then the Serac 20th anniversary magazine. At each of the stand, the women exercising in the different sectors at hand to explain what Serac does to their guests.
Now, 20 years of age is a wonderful age. We are getting matured. We are overwhelmed and happy, to be part of this wonderful action that the First Lady has been doing since 1995. So we are just overwhelmed to be part of this wonderful event and to be supporting our First Lady.
Alongside the national wing of Serac is a diplomatic component made up mostly of wives of ambassadors, high commissioners accredited to Cameroon. At each of the stands, the women exercising in the sectors at hand to explain what Serac does to their guests. For 20 years, Serac has reached out to millions, touched souls, and revived hope in many. Moments of celebration.
We want to celebrate most of all the fact that her husband, the President Paul Biya, has put her at the position where she was able to do all what she thought was necessary for Cameroonians. And I want to say we've learned a lesson, and I don't think it's only as Serac women, but I think Cameroonians have learned a lesson, that instead of saying that behind every successful man is a woman, which means the woman is behind, our President has taught us that beside every successful man is a great woman.
But also,
we're not going to stop working. We are trying to ameliorate everything we have been doing in the past and do better.
At the end of the media stand, the guest signs to register their presence. At this open house day under the theme 20 years of Serac at the service.
Christendom is in its festive month, and 11 days to go, our reporter Joel Dumbo visited some supermarkets in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, and brought back this report.
It's all about bargaining. The ambience in our markets noisy, just like a primary school classroom in absence of the teacher.
People like last-minute rush, the congestion. People here are coming so much.
Up and down all corners of the market, the usual sack and motor bag at hand filled with different articles. The train of the end-of-year festivities is on the rail.
Christmas, now the way the things are here, we are really seeing that the things are moving. By next week, I believe that there will not be space here.
The Harmattan wind, experienced for days now, gradually gives room to the December sun. Consumers look for the best opportunity.
Like clothes first, then after I'll buy shoes, a Christmas tree for them, so that they will be happy during the Xmas.
Retailers maximize profits and sales.
So I make my money during this time. Now, before going back home, per day I can earn a sum of 20,000 francs, my profit, excluding my buying charges.
There is all at all prices. And as we gradually move to Christmas, the best is still to come.
Christmas, as we all know, is a period of joy and happiness to our children, but stress to parents. To 11 days into that festive month, parents are doing everything to please their children, and that is what our reporter in Yaoundé, Carol Kemaju, who visited some supermarkets in the nation's political capital, tries to find out and filed out this report once again from Yaoundé.
Health sets, first aid sets, computers, cars, dolls. These are some toys we find on the market at this Christmas period. For the celebration, most supermarkets center their command towards toys, as the goal is to attract much parents as possible to their stores. This is the toy I found for my little girl. I will come next week for her elder brothers. I found a doll for my 1-year child, a car for the one who has 7 years, and an aeroplane for the one having 4 years. Buying toys for children has become a parental obligation today, especially in big towns, as it is a sign of love and affection. They prefer to satisfy little ones with items that will contribute at increasing their reasoning faculty, since learning is a long process. For this Christmas period, we center our commands towards toys. For a company like this, the commercial service can only concentrate on end-of-year celebrations. According to managers of supermarkets in Yaoundé, Christmas is a strategic moment as they lay more emphasis on children's toys and house decoration, which are principal sources of their income. Making the house look beautiful and putting a smile on the face of a child is the most important for certain parents.
From Yaoundé, we move to the greater north of Cameroon in a locality called Banki, and Banki is located on the border with Nigeria. This town is now under full control of the Cameroonian Armed Forces. Details on this with our reporter, Ndi Morin.
Banki, a locality situated in Borno State in Nigeria. The frontier town of Cameroon is a shadow of itself. Houses, business centers, schools, farmlands have all been burnt and destroyed by terror group Boko Haram. The fear of being killed has pushed the population to flee to neighboring towns. Today, the town has been completely deserted. One is welcomed here by sounds of trees and thick bushes. Cameroonian and Nigerian soldiers have taken over Banki.
Banki town right now is cool and calm. It is secured. There is no any threat whatsoever, whether from outside or from within. Troops are physically deployed and the town is safe.
Generals from the mixed multinational force, Ka, Valet and Buba Dombeko are visiting the town, which is now being controlled by soldiers following the Alpha and Emergence operation. Despite their firm grip, the challenges are enormous, especially on the security strategy put in place.
Challenges, and you went to Minao, you see how the number of refugees, you also saw the number of IDPs You saw the destruction at Banki and Limani.
According to the Army General, the challenges will certainly come with solutions aimed at reconstructing the town.
There is a strong understanding and also willing to conduct joint operation and at the same time to do everything possible to ensure we are on the same page.
As a way to encourage the soldiers in their watchdog mission, a consignment of goods constituting of food items were handed over to them.
Operation between the armed forces of Cameroon, Nigeria, and Chad, as you may have corrected by yourself. We are leaving Banki in the greater north of Cameroon, and we are coming back to the political capital of Cameroon, which is Yaoundé. And this time around, it is the effort put by the authorities of the Yaoundé 2 University to make its PhD program more reliable and professional. A meeting toward that goal was held on the 13th of this month. For more details on what happened, this is the report of Joel Dombo once again.
When knowledge and wisdom find the most suitable cohesion. But when the learning system put in place does not favor the smooth running of this correlation, and when the blame is on the absence of a regulatory text, there is wahala.
For quite 10 years, almost 10 years, but we don't have any text to formalize this application.
Modernizing PhD courses and the LMD system in general, focus of the come together this day of members in charge with the update and the professionalization of studies at the University of Yaoundé 2 SUA.
The aim of this meeting is for us to prepare texts to submit to the Minister of Higher Education so that we could have one text on the general system of LMD, Bachelor, Master and Doctorate, and a specific text relating to the PhD system of our study.
The unique text to bother bachelor's, master's and PhD studies awaited end product in the days ahead.
Well, from that story from Joel Dombo, we still remain in the nation's political capital. And the news this time around has something to do with civic service for participation in development that has signed an agreement with the National Civil Engineering Equipment Center. According to our reporter, Carol Kemaju, it is going to help to develop the aptitude of our youth. Once again, Carol Kemaju.
To better youth's condition in Cameroon, they will henceforth be oriented towards agricultural projects at a time we are moving towards agriculture of second generation. This results of a partnership agreement signed between the National Civic Service Agency for Participation in Development and the National Civil Engineering Equipment Center.
Allow our young people, our young Cameroonians to build the civic service is supposed to carry out. So we are there as mechanicians to help this come out.
This convention will contribute to sustainable development, as in each region of Cameroon, youths will benefit from lands for farming or any community project.
We have to sign this convention in order to prepare areas for the young people, young volunteers, to develop their agricultural projects.
Here at the National Civil Engineering Equipment Center, all is set for youths to be accompanied in this project, which will be beneficial for Cameroon. Youths being the future of Cameroon, they deserve to be empowered in order to take our fatherland to the next level.
Well, that was the news on Canal de English. Please do not go away. Stay tuned on programs on Canal de English. Tomorrow, God's willing.